Good afternoon, everybody. It's a little bit after 4 o'clock, and we wanted to do a in-person Zoom press briefing today. Again, my name is Paul Pettit. I'm the Public Health Director for Genesee and Orleans County. And the reason we're doing it in person today, it is with great sadness. We were notified that one of our Genesee County residents has died due to COVID-19 complications. The person was over the age of 65, a resident in the central part of Genesee County, and had been hospitalized since March 16th for other health issues. Based on the current case contacting, our local health department and the state of New York Department of Health have been working with the hospital to identify contacts who have been notified and appropriately advised at this time. Due to HIPAA regulations and out of respect to the person and their family, we will not be releasing any additional information at this time. I would again like to offer my sincere condolences to the friends and family of those individuals during this difficult time. I do understand that this news can be unsettling and cause anxiety for our residents back home. Unfortunately, as this outbreak continues to spread and we see increased numbers locally and again, increased activity, we are asking all of our residents to take this virus seriously. It's very important that we heed the information that's out there, that we heed the social distance guidelines, and it's important that we protect our most vulnerable during this time. With a focus on those above the age of 65 and those with weakened immune systems and those with underlying health systems. We can't reiterate this enough that it's important and imperative that our folks take this seriously. Again, here with our first confirmed local death in Genesee County, again, we're continuing to put out that call, and we want folks to, again, listen to the guidance that we've been talking about for many, many weeks now. In addition to that, I do want to provide a brief situational update as we have been doing, and again, there'll be more information coming out from our information officers shortly. So as of 2 p.m. today, Genesee County has received 3 new positive cases for a total of 12 cases here in Genesee County. Of the new ones, 2 of them are under the age of 65, both of them residing in the eastern part of Genesee County. The other one is above the age of 65 and residing in the central part of Genesee County. For Orleans County, we do have 1 new positive case, and this is a resident of the eastern part of Orleans County. None of the new positive cases were under precautionary or mandatory quarantine before becoming symptomatic and testing positive. Case contact tracing has begun in all of those cases. Our epi staff and nurses are currently busy identifying close contacts and again placing them under mandatory quarantine as indicated. And again, if they become symptomatic while under quarantine,
probably 5:30.
The county has received 122 negative test results for COVID-19. So again, of all the swabbing being done in our community through our healthcare systems and our private providers, we've had 122 negative tests. In Orleans County, we've had 87 negative tests. These negative tests, again, continue to give us a good indicator of what's going on in our community. So as you can see, our positives are starting to steadily climb. As I mentioned last Friday at our press briefing, we do see continued increase in numbers as there's a backlog of tests that are at the labs now that are being run. And again, as we know, activity in our region is increasing and we're starting to see more positive COVID-19 cases. As a reminder, we keep looking back to influenza to do a touch point on where we are with numbers there. And as the week ending 3/21, Orleans County had 7 positive flu cases and Genesee had 9 positive flu cases. So again, in our communities, we're still seeing confirmed cases of the flu, which is again an indicator of potentially what some of these other respiratory illnesses are in our community. For overall numbers, again, Genesee County has 13 people under precautionary quarantine, 37 people are under mandatory quarantine, and 11 people are recovering under mandatory isolation at home. And in Orleans County, 5 people are under precautionary quarantine, 9 people are under mandatory quarantine, and 3 people are, 2 of them are hospitalized and 3 are recovering at home. So again, in Orleans County, 2 of the 5 are hospitalized and 3 are recovering at home. Again, we just want to remind folks to adhere to the guidance. We need to follow these social distancing and community mitigation strategies as we're moving forward. We understand that this can be difficult for folks and maybe challenging and people wanting to get back out in the community and do things, but it is imperative, again, as we're seeing increased cases, again, now with our first confirmed death in Genesee County, that we all do our part. We are all in this together. This is a community effort, and we have to work collaboratively and follow these guidelines so that we can move through this difficult time as quickly as we can and hopefully get things back to normal as soon as possible. That's all I'm going to provide for our situational update. We do have a couple minutes that I'll take a few questions. And again, this is going to be a fairly short briefing today. We just wanted to, again, let everybody know and keep people as informed as we can in our local region.
This is Shelley Stein.
Shelley.
Hi, I just wanted to let the community know that our hearts absolutely go out to the family of our community member who has died, and that please let them know that our prayers are with them at this terribly difficult time. You know, we hear this message very, very clearly that staying home, you are safer at home, and the opportunity to safeguard others and yourself, it truly is that matter of life and death. And each time that you leave your home, take a moment and decide what that choice is for you, and is it absolutely necessary to leave your home? Having folks like you in our public health administration is just key to our success to stopping and ending this pandemic. So thank you for your leadership and the leadership of our emergency management and our public safety officers. Thank you.
Paul, this is Howard from Batavian.
Yes, Howard.
So you said there are 12 positive cases in Genesee County?
That is correct.
How many are hospitalized in Genesee County?
Yep, go ahead.
How many are hospitalized in Genesee County?
We do not have any currently in the hospital.
And of the previous positive cases, have any of them fully recovered at this point?
We do not have any that have been removed from isolation at this point. Again, they're nearing the end of that criteria period, and that's a continually moving bullet, so to speak, with the Department of Health as far as the clearance guidelines. Again, they have to be 7 days minimum from when they tested positive and became symptomatic, along with 3 days without any elevated fever and without any fever-reducing medications and improving any other symptoms. So again, we have not had anybody clear at this point. But we do hopefully expect to see that in the next few days from our original cases.
One more question we had. So there were 2 hospitalized. You're saying there's none hospitalized now. Sadly, one of those patients died, but are we to read into that then that one of the people that's been hospitalized has been able to go back home?
Yes, so we did have a couple folks in the hospital that have now been released and are recovering at home. And we're glad to see that their symptoms that have been able to be released. And obviously, we're very happy that folks are able to recover at home when they're able to. It's a better environment for them.
3 new cases,
And
total of 12 in Genesee County. 2 are over 65, 1 is over 65 and 2 under 65. I'll be getting the notes out of emails, yeah.
Please make sure you're muting yourself. You're not asking a specific question. Okay, yes, Howard. So again, we did have 1 person pass, and then everybody else that had been in the hospital recovering is now at home.
Thank you.
Any additional questions?
So you said that there was a total of 12 cases in Genesee County, but you said that 11 were recovering in isolation. Is the 11 the numbers taken because of the person who unfortunately passed away today?
Yes, can you please just introduce yourself again, then I'll answer the question.
Sorry, Mallory Diefenbach from Daily News.
Thank you, Mallory. Yes, so that is correct. Again, we have 11 in isolation, under mandatory isolation at home, and the 12th confirmed case is the one that is deceased.
All right, thanks.
Any additional questions? Okay, well, again, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity just to bring this press briefing to you today via our Zoom platform. And again, you will be provided with the additional written documentation here shortly, along with a press release from our office. And we'll continue to provide those daily numbers for you throughout the week, and we'll touch base again during this Zoom platform indicated. And again, be safe out there and continue to practice our social distancing measures. And again, we're in this together and we'll get through this. So have a good day. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, EMS.